if there's like a lot of people in the house, it would never do it. It would never do it. It would, you know. But if you're there by yourself, you would just hear bang, clank, and like there would be the light inside there. Okay, so the basement would have like, it'd be cool. It was like where the laundry was. You know, laundry machines, the washer machine, and the dryer, and all that other stuff. And you'd go downstairs, and the door would slowly open up. It would slowly open up, and you would put the clothes in the laundry in the washer machine, or the washer, or whatever you want to call that. And you'd slowly put it on there. The door would open up, and then the light would come on. And everyone said it was probably loose wire. It's probably loose wire because it's the breeze that opens it up. And no, there was no breeze whatsoever. So I never paid attention to it. I just never did. Never would pay attention to it. See, the door open, door closed, door open, door closed, or things would have happened, like the lights would flicker on and off, or things like that. See, that's why I would say a haunted house would not bother me at all. I just don't think it would bother me. I just think noises would bother me more. It'd be more of a scary thought of knowing what was right there. Not like a chainsaw noise. You already know what it'd be. Like a chainsaw noise around the corner, you hear. You already know what that is. That's a noise that you know. No, it's just weird. I mean, what makes it more scary? Or do you think you can walk through a haunted house without being jumped? Like a jump scare, or being scared, or even startled? Do you think you would ever be able to do that? And like those amusement parks that has like the haunted houses and things like that. I went through maybe 3 of them, and the 3 didn't scare me. I just see. I went through 3 haunted houses things, you know, the rides, whatever they were called. The first time I went to a haunted house was when I was 16 years old, and I don't think anything was actually scary. Actually, the first one, I forget what it was called, but it was up towards, it was in Ohio. It was up towards Ohio. It was like near Akron, Ohio. It was a haunted house. It was a really popular one. It was something like Terror on the Lake or something. Terror on the Lake, or it was something, it was like right there on the lake. It was right up there. And I remember that. It was like, there was like 3 parts where it was a haunted house. Okay, there's one, it was like a farmhouse. And then you'd go up and there was like a ship. They had like a haunted ship on it, like a ghost ship or something that would be on there. And the ghost ship would be, see, I'm not even paying attention. The ghost ship would actually be like, people would get scared because they would have it like rocking back and forth in the water, and if it wasn't like wavy in the background, it would be wavy inside. And I mean, I don't know if it still exists out there, but it was pretty kind of scary in a way, but it wasn't scary the way it was in, I don't know if it's still there. This was like, when this happened, it had to be in the 90s. It's probably not there anymore. But, you know, I think a lot of people do try about their Halloween stuff, or, you know, I don't know. I think basically everyone has a fear of like being like a fear of heights, fear of, you know, everything getting spun around and things like that. You know, everyone has a fear of that. Or I don't think I don't think anybody has a fear of anything like getting scared or jumped or anything like that. I don't know. I think my second haunted house was over in Somerset, okay, and it was very awful. It was a very awful thing. Of the whole, I mean, it was for charity, but you know, they tried. This was way back in the day. This was like 98, 99, somewhere around there. Let's go! Let me do what Zombie says. Let's go! The difference is being scared or being less startled. I mean, even if someone said, "Are you scared? Are you scared?" No. And then the last haunted house, the very last haunted house was in 2003 that I went to, and it was they took this like retro high school that used to be a school, and he turned it into a haunted house, and every floor was something. It was pretty cool. And this was near, I think it was near Philadelphia. Man, if they were still around, if these places were actually still around, I don't know. It was, I know the first one was called Terror on the Lake or Boat on the Lake or something like that. Boating on a Lake or Terror on a Lake or something. It was near Akron, Ohio. It was like right off Akron, Ohio. It was like, this was in the 90s though. What else? I think I went to one more, but I'm not very sure. I think it was up towards Lake Erie. I'm not very positive. But this place, the place that I went to, all these haunted houses and stuff like that, I really didn't see them being as much as being scared. I think the people I went with, I think they got scared, but I don't know, because when I went to these haunted houses, usually they had brought their girlfriends and they wanted to be by themselves or something like that. So I'd just stay away from them. I would go in first, or I would probably, it's over and on. That's why I went over there. I mean, if you were scared in the haunted house, what part were you actually scared of? Like, if you took a haunted house, okay, and you went to the haunted house, okay, and you were in the haunted house, which part were you actually scared? Like, were you scared because people chased you? Were you scared that something automatically jumped at you? I don't know. Like, there should be a hashtag where what scares you. What? Okay. Is it out there? This is how much I really pay attention to the Citycon. And if you guys actually know, okay, you guys actually know this, okay? I only have one fare alone. This is what scares me. It's not about dying, it's not about anything else. It's about being alone. That's what scares me. Having no one in your life actually like you, want to be around you, or being near you. Someone that don't want to be near you, that's what kind of fear I have. Yeah, it's the honest truth. If, like, you know, you could be spun around a million times. You could go up on a roller coaster getting spun around. You could jump off a building or something. Or have like a dream on air and have a fear of that. I have a fear of just being alone. I don't know, it's just weird. It's like not being alone per se, like, you know. I think it's just because I do this, Easter eggs and giving out soul keys, I kind of help people out. So it's not really I'm being alone, or I'm on here chatting with you guys. It's not that. Or if I didn't live stream from this, it's not that. I think being alone is like a scary thought about, you know, you don't have anybody around you. It's like living and then all of a sudden you don't have nothing to show for it. There's people out there that always want to leave something out there, like, you know, a book of like poetry, or, you know, or a movie or a script or something like that. You know, having over here. Ah, there he is. He's over here. See, but then again, I'm not alone. Not alone. It's because I have these zombies right near me. Get it? See, I'm not alone. I have zombies right here. See, not alone. See? So you guys actually enjoying your Sunday into your Monday, or are you enjoying your day towards where it's almost the weekend and it's almost time for go back to work and things like that? I mean, yeah, per se, but you know, I'm in a happy mood. I was like so excited. I'm you know, I'm kind of happy in a way that, you know. I ain't care if you hit it all the way down to the bottom. See, even towards where you're going to like a haunted house, okay? That's the thing. You gotta think about it. Which part actually haunts you, or which part gets to you? What makes you jump? What makes your heart beat faster? Like if you're in a haunted house, which part does actually scare you the most? And that's the thing. Like, if you're in a haunted house, do you think you're scared of the people who are actually in character, or the people who jump at you? I don't know. I have no idea what scares you. I mean, like, if it comes down of something like that. I mean, if someone's in costume, to build like a haunted house, you have to actually ask a lot of people what scares you to get the experience of, you know. Some haunted houses, you guys actually know this. Some haunted houses actually try their hardest to actually to scare you, in which it sometimes doesn't scare you. They could actually try to scare you as much as they could, but I don't think they scare you as much, you know, because you. Like I said, I don't think I would be scared. I mean, in due time is for fun when it comes down to going to a haunted house. Enjoying the time with your friends, enjoying time with your family, or something like that. And going to a haunted house is like, you know, it's funny because then you make fun of them because they're scared of this and that. Okay? In reality, that you, even if you're not scared and you make fun of your family or your people, like, oh, come on, I thought it would be up here. Tornado's downstairs, probably. Like, your family, your friends, your peeps, you know, I don't know if they say your peeps anymore. That used to be back in the day kind of situation. Your crew, your friend crew. I don't know. That was back in whenever we had like old pagers and beepers. Oh yeah, pagers and beepers. You guys probably don't know that one. You guys are seeming like, whoa, you had a pager and a beeper? I had a pager, and I remember my first beeper. Well, it was called a beeper, but you know, the pager. You had business was around, man. And I remember having my first beeper, and I remember my first number. See, the difference is you can remember your first cell phone number right off the bat, okay? I had an old cell phone, which I still do have old cell phone. I still have my very first cell phone. It still works, too. If it's on charge. If it's on charge, yes. But for having an old pager, I don't have it. I don't have the old pager that I used to have because I sold it after I didn't need it. I gave it to someone. Hold on. 10 I remember my pager was crystal. It was like a, you would go to these like places and they would sell you pager cases. The pager cases, because the pager would just be all black. It'd be like a black shield and all on it and things like that. So you would go in and oh, you would go in and grab a pager, okay? And a pager was like $15, $16, and then the monthly fee would be like $60. I remember buying a pager, and this was like in the 90s, okay, you guys. And I remember it was 90, I think it was 96, 97, whenever I bought the first pager. And I bought a crystal clear blue case of it. And I remember how many times I got like, I had this number. It was weird, it was a weird number. But every time when I got it turned on and active, soon as I got it active, like 2 minutes later, it was just beeping and beeping every 2 seconds. And I would take it over, I would take it back, I took it back and told them the pager number was kind of weird because of, it's just page, it doesn't, you actually page someone, when you page someone, it would actually come up as their phone number. The pager didn't come up as a phone number. And this was like back in the day. No one knew about your pager number unless you gave them a card or something like that. And you guys know that. That was back in the day. And see, the difference is you guys paid probably about, what, 75, 80 bucks for a phone number. A pager was only like $59 when it first came out. $59 for a pager each phone. And you didn't have to have good credit. You didn't have to have any credit whatsoever. You just went off, bought the pager for 15 bucks. That's how much the pager cost. Because the chips were so, like, right there. That's why you look on, like, old TV shows or old movies back in the day, and they would have pagers, like, 10 to 15 pagers on their belts. You guys are like, whoa, how could they afford that? I mean, pagers weren't that expensive. I mean, I had a pager. It wasn't, you know, couldn't do anything and it couldn't, like, I think it was 90, I think I bought my first pager in 95. It was like 95, 96. It was like, you know how you buy cases, phone cases for iPhone and things like that. That's why the cases were to pagers. It's just, history's repeating itself by doing that. When you guys buy like the cases, I was like, hey, they bought the cases. That feels like the pagers back in 94, 95. I remember that. I remember buying my first pager case. I'm like, yeah, I got a pager case. Yeah. See, I could tell you guys my pager number, but then I don't know active to a phone number. It could be active on a phone number now. Because it's been a long time since I got it disconnected, so I couldn't do that. I wouldn't call it either, so it's like, that's one thing that you always will remember, even 10 years down the line. You guys will be like, oh, you know how you buy a cell phone right now? You guys have a cell phone, probably about 75 to 85% of you guys have a cell phone. And you'll remember your very, 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 very first phone number that you actually had in your lifetime. Even if you say you don't or will not, you will. I'm about to go down. So the thing ain't clicking in. I still remember my phone number from my old phone. I still remember my pager number. I still remember a lot. I would never think about it, but then I'll be like, oh, I remember my cell phone number. So you guys would probably be like, hey, yeah. I mean, pop yourself a quiz where it says, do you remember your very first phone number that you had on your cell phone? Do you actually remember it? 5 years down the road, do you think you honestly remember it? And then 5 years later, say, what's your phone number from your very first cell phone number? Because I remember mine. I remember my cell phone number, I remember my pager number. So you guys would like on top or not beginning next to a robot. The calculator must be on a bleachers arcade. I already knew where it was. Sometimes I do this Easter egg that I don't remember. Sometimes I'm locating the other parts of it. It owes me a max ammo, so one of these guys will give me a max ammo. I'm hoping they don't explode. We're just there. Cold and cold. Look, it's giving me C4 again. Holy hell. Next one, I could do the Easter egg. Okay, maybe I talk a little bit too much or talk a little less. But if it comes down to talking a lot or talking less, it's like, okay, it's understandable. If I didn't have to get points for this, because I had to get points for this. This area, yeah. I didn't even know I did the whole things on him. See, that's how much I didn't pay attention to any of that, what I did. Do this. Yellow. Red. Yellow, red. If it's green, it's a circle. Okay. Yay, it's a circle. And I forgot my boombox. red, yellow, green. Blue, 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 red, yellow, green. I don't know how many times I have done the seaside, but I did. A yellow. Red. If it's green, it's a circle. Blue, green, okay. Yellow, red, blue, green. Disappear. See, they owed me a max hammer somewhere. I could get down there and just zap them real quick. I could do that, but I don't want to. Don't really care about it. I could just do that in a quick second. And I can't get to them. I couldn't get to them. Let's reset them. Let's reset them. Got to reset them. Because when you got right here in the corner, you don't want him, or see how he's just went right back to it. So I can't do anything until... Okay. Now, if he drops here after he's had him again, cool. The one thing he might do is drop right back down here instead of dropping over there. See, I wanted him to drop there. I gotta reset up. I knew it. I had to stop doing that. I knew it. No, it's not. Okay. I knew he was going to reset itself back to where it was going, right on the bridge again. I was explaining that whenever it just happened. You don't want him on the bridge, and what happens is when I was trying to leave, he came back on a bridge. You don't want that to actually happen, and which it did. It actually did happen, and you know you've seen that just now. So now I gotta do it without killing so many of these zombies. I have to keep at least one zombie before it's going to reset the, Did I get him? Because I don't think I did. And yes, I don't have quick revive. I forgot that too. That would have been dangerous. The worst thing is actually getting them right on the one corner of the whole situation, which happens to be the worst. And when when you're using a broken controller, that's another thing. See, you can't really move. You see how I'm running right now? It's because I'm forced it down. It doesn't bother me. I knew he was going to do that, and I knew I had to reset him as quick as possible. But then, like I said, I always get him no matter what. Even if you go down, you still have a chance to get him. And he should never reset. He reset right here, right on this thing. You can't have him set in here. Okay, what will happen is you guys actually seen it a couple times, where the alien would automatically go inside the bridge. You guys seen that happen before, you know. The automatic will actually go down quick. Or you won't be able to get them out of there because of that situation. I try to explain a little bit to you guys how to do the Easter egg. And if it comes down to that, is I seen that happen, and I knew it was going to happen, and I thought he wasn't going to do it. Which then, after a certain amount of time, I seen him actually do and went back to where he was going to go. There's a route. An enemy will do a route, okay? It's programmed into a thing. X amount of times, X amount of minutes, X amount of time that goes to one spot to another spot. If a certain amount of time goes to there, then it got to reset itself. When I was running around right over here, I'll try to explain this a little bit better. When I ran around the circle right here, okay, I know I'm going to get hit by one of those orbs, okay? I was running around this side. I wanted him to actually be right there, or drop right here. If he dropped about right here, that would have been great. The RNG would have been reset to where I wanted to, and I could grab him real fast. It didn't reset, so then I got screwed in the moment. Which, honestly, the very first time he went down, he went right here, and his back was pushed up against this wall. You do not want that. You do not want him to be pushed up against the wall. The reason why you don't want him being up against the wall and take a knee on that is because if he takes a knee and you can't get to him, and by the time you get to him, he jumps up very fast, he'll red screen you or put you down really quick. Which you already know that, guys. I've tried to explain that a little bit better, and I did, but okay. The route that you want for an alien, this is the great thing about me, that I can study these things. The best. Okay, there's people that play Mephistopheles. There's people that play Beast and Beyond. There's people that know their strategies. Okay? For me, on here, there's a strategy that I take. Okay?